Um, sorry, could I sit with you? Yeah, it's really busy around this time of day and I couldn't find a free table. Thank you. Good gods. Talking to people and stuff is really hard for me. Sorry if I come off as weird. Oh, did you come here to read? If so, go right ahead. I don't plan to annoy you or anything. No, seriously, I came here to write a bit, so don't feel obligated to talk to me. Unless you're in the mood for a little chat. So, are you taking a break from work right now? I get that. Sometimes it's really nice to just be able to shut off for a bit, enjoy a cozy drink, and get lost in thought. Do you come here often, by the way? I never see you around, and I'd consider myself a regular. Second time. Yeah, that makes sense. In my opinion, this place is the best in the area. Like, once you find it, you gotta come back. That was the case for me, at least. The drinks here are absolutely fantastic, and the staff are all so nice and welcoming. Have you tried any of the cakes yet? They'll blow your mind, promise. Or maybe don't try them. You might get addicted. Though that would mean I would get to see you around more often. You should definitely try the cake. Yes, they're really that good. I know the guy who makes them, and he's an absolute sweetheart. He bakes them fresh every day. Sometimes we hang out after hours, just sitting here and eating some of the leftovers. That's one of the reasons I love this particular coffee shop. Once you get to know the people, you're basically family here. I also love to people watch whenever I'm not buried in my writing. It's so fascinating to see everyone rush by as though there's no tomorrow. Usually I come in either before or after the busy hours, but this time I couldn't avoid it. Normally I'd love the place because of how calm and quiet it is, but today I had plans later on and figured either I have to come here a bit earlier than usual or not at all. Even though I knew it would be packed, I thought I'd give it a try anyways. Maybe get some writing done. I struggle with doing stuff at home. Getting inspired and motivated to work is really tricky when you could just as well be lying in bed, watching YouTube or streaming Netflix. Somehow, when I'm outside, the pressure to perform is much higher, and the distractions aren't half as distracting anymore. Like, have you ever seen somebody watch YouTube out in the open? It's so weird. Yeah, I don't know. Somehow, it just works a lot better when I'm out. Maybe it's the background sounds or feeling like you have to do something when you're sipping your coffee. Who knows? Or it could just be all the people around. For me, it always helps to realize that I'm not completely alone and shut off from the world. I just feel like a part of something when I'm sat here, typing away on my computer or scribbling at my notepad. Either way, somehow it works. That's the important part, isn't it? And sometimes you get to meet really interesting people when you're outside. Like right now, for example. Or the other day, I saw someone in a bear costume walk by and wave at me. Technically, I didn't meet them, since we didn't talk or anything. But that was a lot more exciting than sitting at home, all by myself. Somehow, it just made me smile. I'm also trying to build up my confidence and get better at talking to people. Normally, I would have turned on my heel seeing how full this place is. Just the thought of having to talk to somebody used to make me physically tremble. But I'm really proud of myself for being able to have a conversation with a stranger right now. And I have to say, thank you for allowing me to talk to you. You could just as well have put on headphones or pulled out your phone to ignore me, but you didn't. And to be honest, I'm really glad about that. You could have just scoffed at me when I asked to sit with you, or tell me to piss off, but you didn't. I mean, I'm working on the whole confidence thing. I still can't go up to people and tell them, oh, I really like your jacket, or your boots are cool, or hey, I love your hair color. Those are the things I always think about when I see people. And I know they probably would love to hear it, especially since a lot of folks are really insecure, but I really struggle with it. Yeah, I guess I should just try it sometime. What's the worst that can happen? Murder, technically, but I'm sure nobody would kill anyone over a compliment. Right? I don't really want to get spat or scoffed at either. Or what if they just roll their eyes at me? Or completely ignore me because I'm annoying? Sorry. I tend to spiral sometimes. It's not really fun. As I said, I'm trying to work on it and all, but anxiety is one son of a bitch to handle. It's actually really sad to see how many people suffer from social anxiety for seemingly no reason. Well, not no reason. People are scary. And way back when, everyone's survival did depend on being able to fit in. For them, it was life or death to be accepted by others. But it's absolutely bullshit that we still have to live like that now. And it's so irritating when you know it's not crucial. And when you know it's unlikely for anyone to get mad at you over nothing. You know what I mean, don't you? Yeah. Honestly, thank you for being so nice about this. I'm really surprised I'm able to talk so much right now. I swear, I'm usually much quieter. Do you get that often? That you're easy to talk to, I mean. Because I do, for some reason. People seem to love to open up to me. I don't really mind it. I just don't get why that happens. I do find it super interesting to talk to people. Hearing their stories and all, seeing how they tick. How different they are from what I expect. Based on movie stereotypes. As a kid, I didn't really have friends, so I had to rely on books and movies to learn how people function. And on there, it's always the same few tropes over and over again. And most people don't even fit into these tropes remotely. And that was a weird lesson to have to learn. To be honest with you, you seem like the bookish type as well. Maybe that's why I felt most comfortable coming up to you. Because you looked approachable. Hey, that was almost a compliment. Can I try again? To practice and build confidence, I mean. You would be my first victim, so to say. You obviously don't have to say yes. I don't want you to be uncomfortable because of me. It kinda is over the top how much I worry. I know. It's really unreasonable and weird, but I mean, normally a person could just walk away. But you're kinda stuck here with a half-finished drink and a random weirdo sitting at your table. Right, back on track. Would you be okay with me practicing compliments on you? Awesome, thank you. I like your shirt, and the color really suits you. Was that good? I guess if it were me walking up to someone at random, it'd probably be more like, hey, nice shirt, or something like that. But it does flatter you. It really brings out your eyes, makes them pop, you know? You have really pretty eyes. Every time somebody says that, it just gives me serial killer, I want to put your eyes in a jar vibes, but I don't know how else to phrase it. You know, like when dentists say you have good teeth, it always feels so weird. Imagine somebody coming up to you and telling you that they like your teeth. But on the other hand, if I go up to a stranger and tell them that they have a nice smile, is that weird? Maybe. Could I try? I I like your smile. It worked. You're smiling. I could also say, you're really pretty. Or your outfit is awesome. Or I like the ring you're wearing, right? I guess it depends on the situation. I'm not really sure. Because sometimes it's these really small things I noticed about somebody. Like the way that they do their eyeliner, or the tattoo that they have, or the way they did their hair, or the pretty bump on their nose. Do you think it's weirder to tell somebody they're pretty, or that I like their eyebrows? Because on one hand, saying somebody is pretty or handsome is much stronger and like broader, you know? But on the other, who am I to decide that? Who am I to tell somebody they're pretty without having seen them on a bad day, right? I think the concept of pretty is kind of shallow, to be honest. Because it's pretty to whom? Does it really matter if I find somebody good looking? Or that I'm saying that I deem them pretty to society? But in the end, I'm worried I just freak people out. When I come up to them and say, nice eyebrows, or cool shoes, you know? I'm overcomplicating it again, aren't I? Yeah, I mean, if somebody came up to me and said, like, hey, I like your hair, or you have nice hands, I think I'd just be flattered. No weird thoughts or anything. Oh shit. I didn't realize how late it was already. Thank thank you so much for chatting with me. I hope I didn't seem too strange. It was an absolute pleasure to get to talk to you. And if you ever see me sitting here on my own and feel like talking to me, I wouldn't mind if you did. Only if you want to, of course. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh, and by the way, I really like your voice. I'm gonna try whispering for this video's outro. Thank you so much for listening. Shout out to the patrons as always. I hope you have a beautiful day.